What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I just got done checking out the new killer chimpanzee film, Primate. The movie revolves around a group of friends who are traveling out to Hawaii when their family pet chimpanzee Ben contracts rabies and starts picking them off one by one. Going into this movie, if you've seen the trailers and you thought this looked like one of the most ridiculous and stupidest premises that you can actually think of, you're probably right. And that's probably exactly how you're going to feel coming out of this movie if you're not really locked into this movie. Because in order for you to really enjoy this film, you have to desperately turn off your brain and just enjoy the ride, because there are a lot of logic problems throughout the entire movie that are going to start raising questions for you. But I surprisingly came out with this movie having a bloody good time. Knowing exactly what to expect, I was really hoping that this movie would lean into its premise of just this killer chimpanzee just picking off these members one by one. And the characters really aren't all that to talk about. You have our main girl, Lucy, who has been away from her family for quite a while, and so she is coming back to Hawaii to visit some family with a couple of her friends, and along the way they kind of pick up a couple of other people as well. And the characters really don't do much for the plot. They are just there to be cannon fodder and really just be picked off one by one. And boy, do they really lean into this premise, because it is ridiculous, it is nonsensical, but I could not help myself from having a really good time. Just the way that they were able to portray Ben. I believe this is all practical effects. There might have been some CGI here and there, but if Ben the chimpanzee was fully practical, like they got somebody in a suit to run around like a chimp, that is one of the biggest highlight of the films, because I really enjoyed Ben. Not just when he's picking everybody off one by one, but also just like at the beginning of the film where you're trying to get introduced to this chimpanzee and the family members, seeing how he is able to interact with everybody. I thought that was really nice and unique, where they have like this little game board where he's able to push the buttons, almost like one of those leapfrog toys. So that within itself I thought was pretty unique. I thought it was fun and it was pretty clever. Also, when it comes down to the gore and the kills, even though they are so far in between, and I kind of wish it wasn't all spread out and it happened way too quickly and way too fast, I still enjoyed a lot of the kills in this movie. Even though some are tamer than others, you still get your really gnarly kills that you are really expecting, that are literally jaw-breaking, and I really enjoyed a lot of these kills. They really go for it with a couple of these kills. A couple of these kills is probably what you're going to really come out enjoying a lot more than just the central premise of this movie. Think about the 2010 Piranha movie just without the TNA, and a lot more fun. It's kind of like that. When it comes down to killer animals, I think this is one of my favorites. I know a lot of people have Bruce as probably their number one, but for me, I really like what they were able to do with Ben. He just looks so cute and cuddly, somebody that you really don't want anything bad to happen, because he just looked cute and cuddly, and somebody that you just want to hang around with. So the moments when they're able to get you attached to this chimpanzee, I thought was one of the biggest highlights, and it's something that I really enjoyed, alongside with a lot of the kills in this movie. A lot of the kills are pretty much just practical effects, and they pull it off brilliantly, even though some of the kills are in the dark and it's really hard for you to know exactly what's going on screen. Whenever you're able to see the actual kills happening, it is up close, it is gnarly, and it is so much fun. So if you are really excited to see a movie with a lot of kills and a premise like this, where you're just wanting to have some dumb fun, you're probably going to come out satisfied in that department. With the characters, I enjoyed some more than others. There's not really a lot for you to get attached to these characters. I think when it comes down to the characters, the real standout is Troy Coulter. I do apologize if I butchered the name. He won his Academy Award for Coda, and he is in here for a small part of the movie, but whenever he is on screen, I really enjoyed exactly how they were able to incorporate him with this movie. And also, when it came down to the score, you don't really go into this movie expecting a really memorable score, but from the moment the movie begins, you are entranced with the score that they decide to use in this movie, that really emphasize this universe and this place. I thought the score was absolutely beautiful. There were also some wonderful shots that I was really surprised the way that they were able to put Ben in focus whether he's hiding behind glass windows, behind the closet doors, or just even with the color scheme in the bedroom scene with another character. A lot of these shots really impressed me, but really the ones that I absolutely loved and really brought out more of the suspense and the fear when it came down to how they were able to portray Ben as a fearful character is when you have underwater shots where the camera is underwater and you kind of see Ben's reflection above water. A lot of those moments really did stand out to me and were really enjoyable, to the point where I really wasn't expecting something like this. Something like this really doesn't stand out in horror movies as much as they should, but I really enjoyed that they were able to take the craft and make it as enjoyable and as pleasable as you can. When it comes down to some of the negatives, it mostly comes down to a lot of the logic problems that this movie has, because in order for you, like I said earlier, in order for you to enjoy this movie, you really do have to turn off your brain so much, because once you come out of this movie, you're going to have so many questions about things the dad does or things that the veterinarian does in this movie. You're going to have a lot of logic questions that really don't add up, and it's really going to depend on how much of that you're really going to come out enjoying. It's suspenseful as all hell. It's funny. They take advantage of this premise and add a little bit more humor to the movie. The kills are fantastic, and I really enjoyed a lot of them. Nothing groundbreaking or anything like that, but they're still pretty enjoyable. Overall, even though you do kind of have to shut your brain off, and if you thought the trailer looked ridiculous, you're probably going to come out not really enjoying this movie as much as probably me, but I enjoyed it for what it was. It's 90 minutes, so it breezes by. It knows exactly what it is, and it just absolutely goes for it. It doesn't try to be anything else. It just wants to entertain you as much as it possibly can. And overall, this is a movie I think is worth watching in theaters with a huge crowd, because I think that is where I was really enjoying this movie a lot more. If you're able to see this movie with a packed crowd, I think you're going to come out with a huge smile on your face, because it's really fun. It's stupid as all hell, but take it for what it is, and you're probably going to come out really enjoying this movie. But those are my thoughts on Primate. Let me know down in the comments if this is a movie that you are looking forward to, or just one that you want to avoid at all costs. Drop those thoughts in the comments below, and let me know what other animals would you like to see in this horror realm.